The Trump administration's crackdown on college campus protesters. Mohsen Madawi, a green card holder, was arrested earlier this week in Vermont. He was among the students who led protests at Columbia University against the war in Gaza. While he is not charged with any crime, the administration wants him deported. Why? They say he undermines U.S. foreign policy. Lilia Luciano was the only reporter to sit down with Madawi the night before he was detained, and she was there when federal agents took him away.
We're on our way to meet up with Mohsen Madawi, who has been in hiding for weeks, and he fears that the administration is coming after him.
We met Mohsen Madawi in Vermont on Sunday, where he had been sheltering in place, concerned about deportation, even though he has a green card, like fellow Palestinian Columbia student and protester Mahmoud Khalil.
How do you make that choice to leave your housing and hide?
After I learned about the detention of Mahmoud, so technically, the process for justice was missing there.
Madawi, born and raised in the West Bank, was among the students leading pro-Palestinian protest at Columbia.
What happened after that?
I became a target. I received death threats. Some people actually found where I was, and they slipped a paper underneath my door saying, "We are watching you."
Before leaving New York City to Vermont, Madawi got a notice for a long-awaited appointment to become a U.S. citizen.
When you got the appointment, what were your thoughts?
Mixed feelings. I've been waiting for this for more than a year. And the other feeling is like, wait a minute, is this a honey trap?
You think they could be calling you in to detain you?
Correct.
What do you want people to hear from you in the case that you are detained?
I want people to know that my compassion extended beyond the Palestinian people. My compassion is also for the Jewish people and for the Israelis as well. My voice may not be heard for a very long time. So I am giving this interview because I have faith. My people are dying. My best friend was shot in front of my eyes. And all of these efforts are there to silence me, to say nothing about these stories that deserve to be heard.
We're on our way to meet up with Mohsen, who's right now gathered with his attorneys in preparation of this appointment that could change his entire life. Mohsen just walked into the building where the appointment is happening.
Soon after, we saw what appeared to be officers strapping on vests.
This is ICE. All of those trucks were ICE.
An hour later, Madawi was let out in handcuffs. He was set to graduate next month.
If my story will become another story for the struggle to have justice and democracy in this country, let it be.
Mohsen Madawi's lawyers have filed a petition challenging the legality of that detention, and a federal judge signed a temporary restraining order to prevent agents from transporting him out of the state of Vermont. Right now, the State Department officials have said that due to privacy considerations, they can't comment on this specific case. But right now, he remains in federal detention in Vermont.
Yeah, but you know what's so unsettling about this? He's in the country legally. He has a green card.
Absolutely.
A lot of people we know have that. So you would think that you're safe. This shows that you're not safe.
And not just that, Gail, the fact that he was sent an email for that application,
right.
for that appointment for his citizenship. He was ready, he told me. He said he was at a fork on the road. Either he gets closer to becoming a citizen with more or full rights, or he's detained. And he said he was ready to take that exam, the 100 questions.
Right.
So, he's told you're coming in for this. And we were told when the interview began. So it sounded like, okay, this is going according to plan.
So his intuition about it being a honey trap was correct.
Absolutely. And that's very concerning for everybody. If the government is telling you you're coming in for one thing, and by the way, he's not charged with any crimes. He's not charged with anything.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. What are the charges against him?
Just like Khalil, it is up to the State Department, to the Secretary of State, to determine if your presence in the country goes against our foreign policy without any specifics. It's a story to keep an eye on.
It is concerning because most people will receive an email about their citizenship
that they've been waiting for.
And you can't not show up. That's part of the process. And that's what he told me. He said, look, I asked him, you know the states, why are you showing up? And he said, Well, because that's part of the process, and I still have hope that if I am a citizen, I can continue speaking on what matters.
So now he's detained where and for how long?
He's in Vermont. The temporary restraining order, his attorneys tell me they're trying to turn it into a preliminary injunction to keep him in Vermont, and they're trying to get him out on bail as well.